Most traders don't lose because they picked the wrong indicator. I know, that's what you're probably being told, but that's not the real issue. What actually kills accounts is this. You see a buy signal, you see a crossover, you click buy. And you never stop to ask one simple question. Does this trade even make sense right now? And then price does what price always does. It stalls. It pulls back. It chops sideways. And you're sitting there confused, wondering why the signal didn't work. So in this video, we're fixing that exact problem. Not by adding more indicators, not by complicating the chart, but by putting every signal into the right context. By the end of this, you'll be able to look at the chart and instantly know three things. First, what direction the market is actually moving. Second, whether that move has real strength behind it. And third, whether a signal is worth taking or worth ignoring. Now let's get straight into the chart. The first thing I want you to look at is this channel following price. The channel is not here to predict anything. It's not telling you where price will go next. Think of it like a guide that shows you who's in control. When price is holding above this channel and the channel itself is pointing up, that tells you buyers in control. Not for one candle, not for a quick spike, but structurally. Price isn't getting rejected higher, it's being accepted higher. And that difference matters more than most traders realize. Now, here's how the channel actually gives you a signal. You get a buy signal when price flips from below the channel to above it. And that flip is important. It tells you control has changed. Before the flip, sellers were winning. Price couldn't stay up. After the flip, buyers step in and they hold ground. They defend higher prices. The same thing applies on the sell side. When price flips from above the channel to below it and the channel turns down, sellers are now in control. Lower prices are being accepted. Selling pressure is dominant. Now, here's where the most traders completely mess this up. If you take every single buy and sell signal from the channel by itself, you will lose money. Not maybe, not over time, definitely. Because a signal without context is meaningless. At this point, you don't know the trend. You don't know if momentum supports the move. And you're basically gambling on flips. That's why we add one more tool. And this is the part that changes everything. Below the chart, you see an oscillator. This is a momentum tool, and I need you to understand this clearly. We're not using this to predict price. We're not trying to catch tops. We're not trying to catch bottoms. We're using this to answer one question. What is the market stake right now? When the histogram is above the midline and it's bullish, the market is in an uptrend. That means buyers in control from a momentum perspective. When it is below the midline and it's bearish, the market is in a downtrend. That means sellers are in control. But here's the part most people ignore. Direction alone is not enough. You don't just want to know where price is leading. You want to know if there's energy behind it. That's why we also look at the area compound of this oscillator. If the histogram is above the midline but the area is below the midline, momentum is bullish and not exhausted. Buyers are in control and there's still room for price to move higher. On that bearish side, if histogram is below the midline but the area is above the midline, sellers are in control and the move still has potential to continue lower. This is how you avoid buying at top and selling at bottom. Now let me show you how this actually plays out on real chart. On the screen, you're looking at the gold on the 1 hour time frame. At first, price is clearly below the channel. That tells you sellers are in control. There's no guessing here. Then after a few candles, price moves above the channel and buy signal prints. Now, stop right here. This is where most traders instantly enter, but we don't do that. We check the oscillator. You look down, you see the histogram has flipped above the midline. That confirms the trend has shifted bullish. Then you look at the area. The area is still below the midline. That tells you momentum is bullish and not exhausted. So now everything lines up. A structure agrees, momentum agrees. That's what makes this buy signal valid. But before entering, risk control comes first. always. You never risk more than 1% on a single trade. That rule alone is the reason most traders never blow their accounts. For this buy, the stop loss goes below the most recent swing low, and if price breaks that level, the setup is wrong. No emotion, no debate. The target is set to 1.5 times the risk. That keeps the math in your favor. Now let's keep moving forward. Price dips back below the channel. To a lot of traders, this looks like a sell, but we don't react. We check the oscillator. The histogram is still above the midline, so the trend is a sell up. This is just a pullback, not a reversal. So this trade is a skip on purpose. Moving forward again, price flips back above the channel. We check the oscillator, histogram is positive, area is below the midline. Momentum still has room, buyers are still in control. This buy signal is valid. Same rule, 1% risk, logical stop, target based on risk. Now we move forward again. Here's a sell signal, but once again, context matters. It's not valid. Right after that, a buy signal appears, but this time, when you check the oscillator, the histogram is positive and the area is also positive. That tells you momentum might be exhausted. This could be the end of the trend. Even though price flipped above the channel, we ignore this trade. Buying here means buying late. And that's how you protect profits instead of giving them back. At this point, you should see the difference. You're not chasing signals anymore, you're filtering them. Now let's lock in the exact settings so you can replicate this correctly. The signal generator is the SSL channel. The default settings do not work. In the inputs, set the MA high to SMA with a length of 45. Then set the MA low to SMA with a length of 45. Then, in the Style tab, make the channel clearly visible. The trend identifier is the Impulse MACD by Lazy Bear. Set the length MA to 90, then set the length signal to 45. After that, enable the bar colors. In the Style settings, make the midline more visible. Change the Impulse MACD to columns, then set the Impulse histogram to area and disable the Impulse MACD signal. And that's it. No prediction, no guessing, no overtrading. Just a structure, momentum, and risk control working together. And if this helped you see the market more clearly, hit the like and subscribe for more trading strategies. Happy trading!